If you still think there's no way to escape the system that's built to entrap you just because you don't have millions on your account or you can't go live off grid, then let me share a few ways how you can start your quiet rebellion against convenience before it's too late. Remember, the less you do for capitalism, the richer you become. And let me start with make your own. Whenever you can, this is not only about your food, but yeah, the food industry is a scam, because the equation is that the more you value yourself, the healthier choices you make. But you can also flip the script and you can start making healthier choices to build self-respect. Your body recreates every cell from what you eat and drink. So why don't you start with that? And not only you will stop overspending on high-processed, single-packed food that does no good for you, but you will also cure yourself from the illusion that the convenience wants us to believe that everything is replaceable. But a healthy, home-cooked meal is not replaceable by a takeaway that you don't know who made, with what ingredients, and what energy. And if you're a craftsy or an artsy person, just do whatever you can on your own. Your clothes, your home decorations, whatever is that you like, your satisfaction long-term will be so much higher instead of the short dopamine hit if you buy it. The second one is to look for alternatives or join a community whenever you can. Why would you pay an overpriced ticket to a big cinema where you know that the people are not even equally paid, when instead you can search for an alternative cinema where you know that the person who is truly interested in the film industry will be there to greet you, tell you something about the movie before it, and maybe after you can even join a discussion about the movie. And same with any other entertainment, or join a book club, join a sports club. Whatever you're interested in. Happiness is always bigger when shared. And the idea of being in a community is nice, but being a community member can feel like an inconvenience at times. But you know what? Each time you show up, you build your resilience. And again, a self-respect. And what if you meet like-minded people? Because in these days, it's hard to meet people, right? Because the system is living off convenience, of all of us buying an overpriced ticket and just spend the time there, and once the entertainment is done, going home, while not connecting with others. So the change starts with us, with every individual stepping out of their comfort zone. And if you will tell me that this is not for you because you're simply too introverted, then the third point is to stop consuming and creating instead. And that does not mean that you have to start your own YouTube channel. That just means that you will create what you want to see more of in this world. Complaining about a system but still conforming to it is the vicious cycle. So instead of scrolling e-shops or Instagram, go do something that you really enjoy. And it can be as simple as looking out of the window when it rains. Seriously, pause for a bit before you use any technology. You know that AI is using all the data centers, electricity, and water to be functioning, and who do you think will pay for these? Well, I guess it won't be the big companies that created it, but the individuals, when the prices will go higher in time. So instead of spending your attention and money on whatever is it that you think you need, go figure out if you can make it your own or if you can create it. And once we all create the world that we want to see, guess what? The system will have to bend. And that brings me to my fourth and fifth point. The fourth one is to stop decluttering. I have to remind you of that in the beginning of the year. Please don't use January for decluttering. Use what you have, because the declutter is another vicious cycle. You will throw away something now that you, for example, didn't wear in the last year, and in next 2 years you will find out that you need it again. And so you will go buy it again, and it will feel new, and you will get the dopamine hit. And oh my God, this is how the system makes money of you, and this is how you lose it, so you still have to be in the system. And here it's not only the fashion industry, but I would say the worst one is the beauty industry. And what it does is that it actually robs us of beauty. It erases beauty because it forces everyone to look the same. So think about that the next time you think you need a 10-step skincare routine or another B shot. I really don't think you need that, because you are beautiful as you are in your individualism. And once you erase that individualism, you're gonna look like everybody else. Well, it's convenient for the system. Also, it takes the longest time until you really use something up. So if you can, use what you can, don't buy new. You will see how much free time you get in return when you stop chasing the next best thing. The fifth point is also connected to everything I already said. Maybe it's the feeling that you are searching for behind the convenience or the thing that you think will bring you happiness. And so why wouldn't you find a free solution, and I mean free in a sense that it doesn't take away your freedom and money, to fulfill that feeling? For example, you are bored and so you are scrolling on an e-shop. So if you are bored, why don't you go find an educative YouTube channel where you can actually gain something from it? Or why don't you go create? If you are anxious, why don't you grab your pen and paper and just scratch the paper? Or you can do a small painting in a corner. And you know what? You can do that even in a work meeting. And same if you think that another purchase will make you happy. What if you go find a way how to regulate your nervous system? Regulating your nervous system is my 6th point. That is to spend more time in nature. And I'm telling you from a perspective of someone being born and raised in the worst environment of Eastern Europe, with no nature at all. So once I had to go to nature, I was actually scared because the forest is deep. It's calm, it's muddy, and I didn't know what to do with myself. And so I'm not telling you to go into a forest. The best you can do is to find a calm spot in a park, or actually anything that's the closest to nature in your perspective, and spend your time there. And you will see that whatever feeling you wanted to release or create is maybe solvable by just spending time with yourself in nature. And it's again for free. And my last point is energetical work. It's to tune into a feeling that you actually have more than enough. Where does the overconsumption and the greed comes from? It's from the feeling that we never have enough, from comparing ourselves to our neighbors. But why do you do that? Do you really want what they want? Does it just look like that their grass is greener? And you know how it is. The grass is greener where you water it. So leaving the system, such as anything else, starts with your choices and mindset. Tune into the perspective that there is always enough, that the Mother Earth is taking care of you and you will be always provided for. You will be always taken care of and you're safe. Let me know what's your quiet rebellion against the system in the comments down below, and thank you for watching.